Good morning, everybody. I hope you are starting your day off right. I started mine at 2:30 this morning on my way to work as we speak. But today I want to talk about journaling. And like I've been saying, keeping things super authentic, no walls, just giving it to you guys. So one of the things that I have found to help me just kind of like with everything again that's going on with the world, it seems again like everybody is just going through it. No matter who you are, where you are, it seems as though I don't know, this energy got that ass. So what's been helping is actually journaling. For some of y'all who've heard of journaling, you probably were like me before. It's like, people say, oh, maybe you should just get a journal and write stuff out, like write stuff out. And I was like, bitch, please. Like, I got to sit down and write this out. That one, no, that's going to take too much time. And it's just like, I just dismissed it. It was just like the thought of sitting down and writing something out, it was just like that's not going to do nothing. If anything, that's probably going to even make me more pissed because now I'm sitting down to write to write this out. No, so that's how I was, right, guys? But life had something different for me. Life was said, let me beat that ass a little bit more until you have no choice but to do it. And so after I got that ass whooping, I was like, you know what? Let me try to sit my ass down right quick. Because when I stand up, I just get beat. So if I sit down, maybe I won't get beat as much, right? So there's so much in that. But anyways, let's talk about journaling. So this has been on my mind to talk about for a few days now, and me talking to you all, talking to just me talking to you right now. Let's be honest and real. Like there is something you're going through, or there's a couple of things, or you're stressed out, or you're going through emotional spirals, or you keep coming back to things you thought you changed or healed from, and this, that, and the other. There's external things happening. You get the gist. And I've come to find, oh, let me add this. You're trying to get solutions too, right? Or you would like solutions, or you like to be free or relievement from some things, but da 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 stuff keeps happening. So, like I said, with the whole journaling thing, what I decided to do is let me just get something and just write my thoughts down. Let me express it. Usually I would write things down and I would have, burned them because it was just like felt good to just, write it out and burn it. But I did not do the burning thing. I ended up actually getting a journal. And I just was like, let me just start. And I would just write things down. So today, because I've been doing it for, I can't say a long time, but I've been doing it for a little bit over a month now. And I can say I would say the results have been very great. So today, I so today I wrote something down. Specifically yesterday, I was talking with a new person, and they were just telling me, something personal, just kind of like with them and the passing of a relative of theirs, and so, and that person being the reason why they did what they do, be it their business and stuff like that. I can't go into too much details because that's not my business. You know what I mean? To share, but just to give you guys some context. And so, in them saying that, it triggered something within myself. For some of you, I think most of you know, but if you don't, my mother passed away a few years ago, and we were very, 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 very close. And so, I've healed from it. Talked to myself, um, did all the natural, positive, whatever you want to say, things, talked to myself, checked up on myself, all those good little things to see if I'm okay, did my healing. But one thing in particular that was triggered in me was how they said how, their parent was a drive for them. And I don't know why, but it just kind of really it made me feel like a sadness in a way, just a little bit. Um, and it made me think, but I didn't have time to really process it because I had things to do right after that call. And so it stuck with me, and it was something that I wanted to talk about with myself. Another thing was just the business side of just things. I just kind of felt like business really just kind of fucked me up a bit, and I've been hesitant to really do business. Again, actually, been very hesitant, and I've had to really just kind of sit down with myself. And I knew it was going to come of like, do I really want to continue trying to build a business? Um, and at the moment, I was just like, that's a little bit too much for me right now. I'm not there yet. I don't even know what it is I even want, where I want to take it, what the product's going to be. I don't know. But I've been learning business and doing business things for years, but it was just like at this point, I just don't know. And so I was okay with that yesterday. And so this morning, I woke up, I felt like I had some energy, and I was just like, I'm just gonna write in my journal. I'm not really sure. So I literally just started off in my journal. What's up, journal? I'm really trying to get my thoughts organized right now. And then it came to me, and it was I put a little dash, and I was like, you know what, journal? This is what I want to talk about is my mother. So what I wrote in my journal was basically when I was really thinking about it and what the person said. I feel as though because I was very close with my mother, I I growing up, like my mom always had to kind of like not struggle, but she kind of had to fight, for stuff, and she asked for help and things like that too. But my mom was very hardworking and she did a lot of things. And so I was an only child. And my mom always took care of me. And then, let's be honest, guys, as kids, we can feel you know what our parents may be going through. We can feel the stress. We may not know what it is, but it's an energy that's kind of like we can feel like mommy is not okay, or mommy's not happy right now, right? Or daddy's not happy right now. Whatever it is. And we can feel it, but we may not know what the source of it is. And so I would kind of feel that growing up. We had great days, but I had made this, like, I guess you can say, this silent promise, and gave myself this thing to do, this accomplishment of that I want to be successful so that I can take care of my mom. I will learn business and I will do this. I will go here, talk to these people, whatever it is, because my mother deserves a life where she can, have ease. She doesn't have to ask for it. I can just give it to her. I can treat her somewhere. She doesn't have to go to work. So one of my biggest dreams was I couldn't wait for the day to just go up to my mom's job and say, okay, you got today is the day you quit because you're not going to be working for anyone anymore. And so that was my drive, right? And when I started business, like learning about it in 2013, I went in with that drive of I'm going to do this not only for myself because yes, I want to learn, and it was very interesting to me, and it's something I'm into. I have that entrepreneurial spirit, but the drive was at what I see is having it where my mom does not have to work anymore. So, fast forwarding, until the time that my mom passed a few years ago, I didn't realize it until after having this conversation that after my mom passed, it that drive kind of got knotted up. I don't know. It just things just kind of went different ways because there was a lot of adjustments. There was a lot of healing. There was a lot of things I had to learn, new things, learning stuff about a home. There was just so much stuff that kind of I had to happen that got lost. And so I was realizing that I've been really just kind of doing things but it's been from more of a mental space. It wasn't much of a drive. It was just kind of like, if you were the best way I can describe it is, if your car, you know how they say your car is gonna be running on some fumes if you don't put gas in the car. It's kind of like I I didn't have gas anymore, but I was running on fumes. And if I did put gas in my tank, it was $2, maybe five on a good day, right? And I didn't know that. None of this, I was not aware of this until sitting down and writing out in my journal how I feel, right? That's another key tip with journaling is when you write stuff down, you literally get to look at it from a different perspective. It's like you get to kind of ask yourself questions and just like, well, why do I do this? Why did I feel this? Like it literally helps you to get it out and discover some things, right? And so I didn't know none of this until a few hours ago. Yeah, a few hours ago. Well, shit, not even that. An hour ago, after I finished journaling, I didn't realize that. And so I was saying to myself, I was just like, I just kind of been on running on these fumes or whatever. And so I was like, well, let me sit in this. What is it that I feel? And I was like, I feel this sadness. And that's what it was. It was kind of like I was like, maybe I need to talk to that child or that young man who started business with this drive. And so now I've kind of come at a place where I have to do my annual report for my company, and I'm sitting here like, do I even want to? Do I even really want to do it? Do I even want to do business anymore? Do I want to just keep it at the podcast and just go from there? And so I will tell you this: I have not gotten to that decision, but I have made progress. So it's just like, is this something that I even want to do? And the after I sat down with it and I just kind of talked with my heart, just kind of feeling things out, what was coming to me from my heart was just like there is a correlation um, where I started a business and that was the drive. Now I have it's an opportunity where it's like, is this something I want to continue? But I'm not that same person who started a company, who started a business. My mother's not here. That drive for what I wanted to do um, is gone. So my heart was just like, is it your drive that you want back, or is it you want to basically have this experience and go further? And I was just like, I knew if I was like, I knew coming at it as I want my drive back, that is limiting and I'm going backwards. So I was like, I I choose the second part. Let's go here. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at how this car is parked and they finna get their ass hit. Somebody's finna T-bone that shit. But you know what? I don't know why people want to park in the middle of a parking garage like this. Anyways, um, that was so I just chose like we're gonna do that. We're gonna focus on this part, like the experience. And so in so doing that, I sat and what was coming to me is that my mother, she gave me so many great tools. She helped me out um just tremendously. And so yes, like she may have passed or and whatnot, but she's giving me so much. And that drive is not a drive that I'm looking for, which is the funny thing. It's not a drive that I was trying to get back, but what it is that I've always had this energy and this greatness or whatever within, and it didn't end with my mother. Instead, she gave me so much and so many tools. And if I was to stop and not do anything, my mom probably would be my ass. You know, I'd be very disappointed. And the little kid in me doesn't want his mother disappointed in him. And so it was just like, okay, now what it is kind of like it opens doors to there are other people who can benefit with what I have within myself. What I was going to do with my mom, I could still help other people, because before, I will tell you guys, a few days ago I was trying to figure out, I'm like, why do I have this, not a savior complex, but why do I have this? I want to help people type something, and I thought it was I really didn't know. And looking back at it, when I journaled, it was just like, what it was is, it was that part of me who wasn't able to give it to his mom, but I try to help other people or give to them because I couldn't give to my mom. So it was kind of like that's what it was. And now that I got that full picture, it was just like, okay, it doesn't end with her, but it begins with her. And now there's other people, who could benefit from this. I already know how to take care of myself, and I know how to make sure I'm good and things like that. And I will be. And it's just like there are still other people. And it's not necessarily an outlet that I was looking for, but it was bridges. Bridges to connect with other people, and not a one-way street, but a two-way street. I'm able to give, but I'm also able to receive as well. You know, I'm able to give this energy or whatever it is that I have it within myself to others, and also receive it, from others, universal, all that good little stuff. And so all of that literally came out of me journaling, right? So this is, like I said, this was something I did like an hour ish ago. And I found that journaling really does help you to just understand and get a different perspective, or a good picture on what the hell you're experiencing, or what's going on with you. Because, you may feel as though some people can't really give you the answers, but you have them. And sometimes you may not, and that's okay. But it'll help you to get clear on what you're experiencing, what you're feeling. Um, Again, before, if you were to tell me to journal, I would have cussed you out in a way. Or no, I just would have dismissed you. I'm like, oh, that sounds like that's cool, and would have been on Facebook like 2 minutes later. But taking the time to really just sit down and write what you're doing is so good. And not only that, guys, but it's something about when you journal, like, there's no filter. That's the best part, I would say. It's so freeing. It's like, I'm gonna be straight up. So when I start my journal, I'm be like, I feel shitty, god damn it. And I ain't trying to be with that positive shit right now. This is how I feel. And I will talk about what made me feel that way. And it's like, I don't have to try to be positive about it. I don't have to sugarcoat it. It's just like, and I won't no more. But it's just like, you can be raw and blunt and freeing with your journal. And it's just really beneficial, guys. Like, that's what I really wanted to talk about, just how beneficial it is. And it's a great tool for yourself. I mentioned the self-talk earlier. That's also important, but especially when connecting with yourself, a journal would be good. I'd highly recommend it. Get you a little simple journal and just start writing, like, in it when you feel to. I will not, I will tell you, I don't try to do it every day. Um, I do it when I need to, and luckily, I would say it's kind of like, every few days or so. But either way, it gets done. Um, but do it at your own pace, guys. Like I said, I highly recommend, get it. I literally bring my journal with me every day. Like, I even have a little my book bag, and I'm just saying, sometimes I may be somewhere, and all of a sudden I have some feelings coming up that I just don't understand. I don't know. I could go outside, think I'm gonna have a good day, and I see a bird dive in some water. And I don't know. Now that the bird dived in some water, it made me think I need to dive into my emotions right now. And then I do. I don't know. I'm weird like that. So you may be weird like that too. Get you a journal, have it on you guys, and I promise you, like, you will have your own experience. That's what I would say. You will have your own experience, and you can explore from there. But with that being said, everybody, it is 9 minutes before my ass need to clock into my job. So I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Later, later.